Welcome back. In this tutorial, we'll be talking more about using arrays. We're going to use the for loop and the input box function to place values in an array. In the next step, we'll use the for loop to retrieve values from the array, and we'll use a message box function to display them. Let's begin by deleting the code that we created in our previous tutorial. I'm going to declare a couple variables. dim a, open parenthesis, 0 to 3, close parenthesis, as a string. Next, dim I as an integer. And third variable, dim result, as a string. Now I'm going to create the body of the for loop. For I space equal sign space 1 to 3. Next, let's make this loop repeat 4 times. A is actually equal to 0. Let's put that here. I have 3 here because that's the top index value in the array, but instead of using numbers, I'm going to use the uBound function. What this function does is return the top index value, and in my case, that's 3. Now let's go to the inside of the for loop. We're going to place an assignment statement. A, open and close parentheses, and let's type in I, space equal sign space, and let's bring in the input box function. Let's change the prompt a bit. Type in the word value, space, open double quotations, space, ampersand symbol, space, I, plus 1. Since our array uses a 0 base index, I plus 1 will be more user-friendly for your client. Let's copy this code. Right-click and copy. Let's paste it down here. Let's just replace this line. Result, space, equal sign space, result. Now space, ampersand space, VB carriage line feed, space, ampersand space, and the value we retrieved from the array, A, open and close parentheses, and I in the middle of that. Lastly, we'll display this string in a message box function. Let's replace the string message with the variable result. And let's run our program by clicking OK. Enter 10, click OK. Enter 20, OK. Now 30, OK. And 40, click OK. And here we've got a problem. Let's go see what happened. I missed something. Here we go. I didn't delete this line of code. Let's run the program again. Enter the same values. 10, OK. 20, OK. 30, OK. And 40, OK. And here's our result. Let's click OK. Get back to our code and make some more changes. By the way, instead of using the uBound function, we can use the property of the array length, -1. This gives us the length of the array, and we use -1 because the array is 0-based. Let's see how the step function works in this case. I'll type step space 2, so this function associates value with every other index. Let's click OK to see how this works. Here's our first value. Let's enter 10, click OK. Now we skip 2 and go to 3. Value 3, Make 30 okay. As a result, we have 2 empty lines. Let's learn how we can replace them, for example, with dashes. To do so, we need to incorporate an if statement. Let's type the syntax. If is nothing, so what this means, if an element of the array is empty, the isNothing function returns a true value. The code inside the if statement will then be executed. A equals, and within double quotations, we'll put the string dash. This assignment statement places a dash inside the array element that's associated with the index stored in variable I. Let's click OK to see how this routine works. 10, OK. 30, OK. And here's the message box. Let's click OK. Now instead of isNothing here, we can try something else. Let me just comment out this line. I can simply use A equals and then empty string. I'll indent this part of the code so it's a little bit easier to interpret at a glance. Now if the comparison value is equal to an empty string, and if that's true, this line of code will execute. Let's test it out. 10, OK. 30, OK. And basically, it works the exact same way. This concludes our tutorial about using an array.